Welcome back to the channel. All right, today we're going to talk about, in this video anyway, my thoughts on this mode, right? I'm calling it the Doom Slap, the arcade, dimensional arcade, those sorts of things, right? And I do want to say, I'm not going to hide the end or whatever the term is called in podcasting or videos or those sorts of things. Ultimately, I feel like this should almost be its own game, okay? But I do think there are a lot of good points to it. I do want to comment on those. And I'm also going to give the bad, right? The good and the bad. That's the easiest way to go ahead and say this. And also, I very much want your opinions and thoughts. I am just one person. I can say how this affects me in a very small way, but as a YouTuber who very much wants this game to do well, ultimately, I'm less concerned with what I think and what I'm enjoying and more interested in what you think and what you're enjoying, because if the majority of players are enjoying something in the game, it's probably good for the game, and that's ultimately what I am interested in. So let's start off with the good. One, I think it's good that they're trying things. I very much do. I think it's great that they're doing the squad builder and then this dimensional arcade. I'm happy about that. I genuinely am. I didn't like the communication for the Big Thing War map, but I did like that they tried something, and I actually kind of want that to come back. So there is that. Also, it looks polished and smooth. Like the interface is smooth, the connecting of things is very smooth, the clicking of things is very smooth. I hate that X in the upper right-hand corner. It's too easy to hit for someone like myself. Also, I don't like that this appears to be its own browser. It kind of makes me feel like, again, like, why is this part of the game? But I did want to comment on this. This is actually like a much better looking version of what games looked like when I was younger. Like I am enjoying that. There's a cartoonishness to it, but also some realism. I very much like it. Invisible Woman looks cool. The team looks cool. And I do feel like the moving through it, like once I kind of understood what to do, what the orbs buy me, what the tickets buy me, what the coins buy me, and those sorts of things, it was pretty intuitive. I just moved through it. There's a mastery system. All of those various things. And if you're like, I don't know how to play this, again, I did the how to play video. I'll link that in the description. 4, it can be done effectively without spending any money. Again, that's in the how to play, but basically you can get all the rewards with spending $0. I spent $5 because I was live on stream and I wanted to present an entertaining stream. And also I wanted to understand what I was getting. I wanted to see what the end looked like before I start commenting on the good and the bad of all of that. So that really fits with the monetization style that I like for a game. It makes me feel good about covering it. It's like someone can get there faster via paying, but ultimately you and the free people get there at the same place. You end up in the same place. There's not as much of like a competitive mode where then the free to play players at a massive disadvantage. So I actually really liked that about this. It really relied on the whole, like, you want to get there faster? You got to pay for it. $5 felt fair. The next one, I'm going to stop counting because I've lost count, is there's depth. There definitely is a level of depth for it. Now, this is going to also tie into the bad, and we'll talk about that when we get there. But there is masteries. There's 3 mastery trees for each champion. You can make each champion stronger. And in each champion's mastery tree is a team tree or a team branch, which ends up making the rest of the team stronger. It was some really nice role-playing games, sort of like Ass. I really did enjoy that. I enjoyed the fact that I have not really had to play Mr. Fantastic yet in the game. I don't really like him, but I do like Thing, and I don't mind Invisible Woman and Human Torch. So I've enjoyed that as well. I will eventually have to play Mr. Fantastic, I'm aware. But I did like that, like I said, there's some depth. And even right now, my team's obviously overpowered for what I'm doing. But if I wanted to, I could be paying a lot of attention to these abilities. I could be picking between waves and making my team stronger. So if this was a bit more challenging, I could be focused in on that. But otherwise, I'm able to just have it play while I'm talking to you. Which then it goes to the next thing that I think was good. But again, I think it's going to be something that slices both ways. And I'll cover the positive aspect of it. And people on the stream did say this. They're like, it's mindless gameplay. I like that. I don't have to like touch anything. I don't need to worry about bugs. I don't need to worry about AI. I don't have to worry about my phone heating up too much anyways, that there's going to be a dropped input or anything like that. I can just press a button, set it aside, and do my own thing. And so while that's not the kind of game I'm looking for, I respect that there's a variety of people who do like that, okay? So overall, I think this was very well made. I think it looks good. I think it was polished. I think the monetization even makes sense. Once it was confirmed for me that that free to play would get that Titan, I was like, yeah, we're good. I'm good. This makes sense to me. If you disagree with any of that, I would love to hear from you. We're now going to talk about like my opinions on the bad side of it first, right? Is the mindless gameplay. I know I just said that was part of the positive, but this is kind of going to my ultimate feelings and why I kind of wish this was its own game. Is I don't play MCoC for mindless gameplay. Now, I know a lot of people enjoy the arena and those sorts of things. I am not one of them. And so if that's your thing that you enjoy, I could see liking this. Me, when I'm logging into MCoC, it's actually to not play a game like this. That's part of what I love about MCoC, even with the dropped inputs and some of the AI issues, is that there's actually physical gameplay that I need to pull off. Even though I'm not that good at it, it's part of what I enjoy. It's part of what I enjoy in like a fighter or something like that. Next, not really fitting with why people play MCoC. And I do think that's a potential issue. We'll see if Kabam has like great success with this. They might. But in my opinion, I'm not alone in that. A lot of people play because they want there to be some version of gameplay. Maybe not like a full extreme fighting game, like a full-on esport fighting game, but some elements of physical gameplay is part of why I've chosen to play this game as opposed to a bunch of other turn-based games that are available on the internet. They just don't excite me in that same way. And that's part of where I'm like, this just feels like an odd fit for MCoC as far as I'm concerned. Next is, as you can see, there is complexity. So a lot of the positives cut the other way. There was some depth. There is like these abilities for the champions. There is a mastery tree that applies to all of them. There's the teamwork side of it. I already have to learn 2 new champions a month. If there's a buff, or in the case of next month, there'll be 3 buff champions whose kits and interactions and the way they work, I will want to learn. So that's now 5. And then it's also a month where there's 6 new champions coming from a crystal. And yeah, they are all buffs, so their kits aren't like fully new to me, but I don't know exactly what's going to be in them. And I assume the buffs will be pretty good because the buffs have been excellent for a while now. And so it's probably going to be some intricacies and gameplays that I'm going to need to learn. And so if I'm already, there's a month that's like, yes, it's at the extreme end, but it's also reasonable. It's literally happening that I need to learn 11 kits, and then I need to learn this too and dive into the depth of it. It's going to be something where I'm like, those rewards better be outrageously good, or I don't want to spend the time. It's not that I won't spend the time, it's that I will be begrudgingly spending my time to learn, do I want to like increase crit chance, or do I want the crit to be bigger, or do I want to evade, or do I want I don't want to do that. I'm already learning all of that for the champion kits that are coming out every single month, or a champion I pulled and now I'm interested in playing them. There's like over 300 playable champions in this game. Don't give me more a month to learn. I don't want to do it. And maybe there's people who are just like itching for that, but I highly doubt that they're the people who are then interested in this mode. If I'm wrong, please let me know, but that's just my feelings on it. So my conclusions are this. For me personally, if this was its own standalone game, if Kabam had come to me and said, hey Vega, we'd really love you to live stream test this new game we're interested in making for, we've got this relationship with Marvel, we love the movies, the whole thing, and we'd like you to test this like team building turn-based game. It's an auto battler or whatever the term is. Would you do that on stream? I'd be like, I would love to do that. And I would walk away from this telling like, you got to fix that X button. You don't want this on a browser because it just feels weird to me as a player. Like I'm struggling to take it super seriously and want to get really into it. But aside from that, it feels great because it's like the right amount of team building. It's the right amount of knowing kits. It's the right amount of knowing masteries for a game where people also don't want to do gameplay. And one of the things that they would like about it is that they can set their phone down and walk away, or maybe not even pay full attention. As far as it like residing within MCoC, it just feels to me like it's going to completely not appeal to the players that MCoC appeals to. And so it feels like a very, very, very odd fit. My recommendations, right, because I don't want to just complain, is one, if there's a large player base that enjoys this, phenomenal, amazing, kudos Kabam, nicely done, more people enjoying the game. I am very, very happy. I would also say, Good job. Way to keep trying stuff. This is very, very good. I am happy to see that this is happening. It's great. Keep trying stuff. It's really good. What I would say is make it so it's either more like the squad builder, where it's almost like an arena replacement if you want to go on the simplified form, or take the things that people seem to really enjoy about MCoC and make a mode off of those, right? The game gets more and more complex. We've talked about this. The podcast is out soon. Myself, MCoC Illuminati podcast, going over the complexity of the defenders and all of that, and the puzzle-like nature of it all. And also the gameplay, the blend of those RPG-ass, needing to know those puzzles with a blend of some moderate gameplay. It's not a true like total extreme fighting game, but it's also very, very far from this. That's part of what people love. It's that sweet spot, and I would try to take that sweet spot and take it to other modes, as opposed to doing something like this where it's like, it's got the characters and a little bit of the kits and all that stuff, and then none of the gameplay. For me, it's just not what I'm looking for in this game. Or maybe take it and make it another game. You might have a cash cow in your hands. I don't know. As usual, let me know what we think you got right. Let me know what we think you got wrong. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.